Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be doing yet another suggested airport update, and the subject of today's update will be Allentown Lehigh Valley International Airport located in Pennsylvania. ABE is quite an interesting airport and one that I'm really excited to take a look at. I've waited a few months to do this. It was actually suggested a few months back. But there was another aircraft that I wanted to get before I did it. So today's update was actually suggested by MSRTNA Productions. So thank you very much for the suggestion. I had a great time doing this airport, and your channel will be linked somewhere, either on an info card down in the description, not sure yet, but make sure to check out their channel. So thank you very much for the suggestion. And before we get started, we're going to go into a little bit of quick history. So ABE was originally opened all the way back in 1929, making it quite an old airport. It has served a variety of different carriers over the years. Basically, all of the big US carriers have operated in here at one point or another, and it also, interestingly enough, used to receive Air Canada, which I thought was kind of neat. ABE served just under 1 million passengers in 2022, making it the 4th largest airport in Pennsylvania by the amount of passengers that pass through its doors. Although, interestingly enough, if we include the cargo and GA flights, it's actually the 3rd busiest airport in the state, just falling short of Pittsburgh and, of course, Philadelphia, which it is actually located relatively close to. So yeah, it's quite an interesting airport, and I'm going to stop rambling and we're going to go ahead and get straight into the update. Our first aircraft here is actually not even an aircraft at all. It is actually a bus. So American Airlines actually operate a bus service to Philadelphia International Airport, which is of course located very close to ABE. So that's kind of a service that really wouldn't make a whole lot of sense on a flight because it would be a very short flight. So American actually operate a bus service on it instead. I thought that was really interesting, and they operate a few other services like this out of Philadelphia. One off the top of my head that they go to is Atlantic City in New Jersey. So I thought that was kind of interesting, and I was really happy to include that in the update. Moving on to an actual American Airlines aircraft here, we have this American Eagle CRJ 700. This is the only actual plane that American Eagle fly in here, just on one route. This heads out to Charlotte a couple of times a day, and that is mainly operated on the CRJ 700s, at least it was when I was looking on Flight Radar. So yeah, just an interesting route, basically a route that every airport on the East Coast has. So yeah, this CRJ 700 came in from Charlotte and is going to be heading back out there. Moving on around the concourse here, we have a Delta Connection CRJ-900. Delta, like American Eagle, its actual aircraft, only operate one route into ABE, and that route is, of course, Atlanta. Again, that is a route that basically every airport on the East Coast does have, and this route is primarily operated on CRJ-900s for Delta Connection. So yeah, this CRJ-900 came in from Atlanta earlier today and is just getting fueled up to head back out there. Moving on right here, we have an Allegiant Airbus A320 with sharklets in the new livery, and Allegiant are actually the largest passenger airline here at ABE by a lot. They operate actually a ton of flights in here, which I thought was kind of interesting. So this Airbus A320 came in from Orlando Sanford earlier today and is going to be heading out to Melbourne in Florida. Next right here we have another Allegiant Airbus A320, this one's still wearing the old Travel is Our Deal livery. So we're going to say he came in from Denver earlier today, which is a route that is unfortunately going to be ending in October according to Wikipedia, so that's kind of sad, but Allegiant do still have a lot of routes left, and he is going to be heading out to Sarasota in Florida. And to conclude our passenger aircraft right here, we have a United Express CRJ-550. They park all the way over here at Gate 1 on the other end of the concourse, so they're kind of separated from the other airlines, which I thought was kind of interesting. But United, like Delta and sort of American, also only have one route out of this airport. And that route is going to be Chicago O'Hare. It's worth noting that, again, according to Wikipedia, United also do have a bus service to Newark, although I wasn't able to find a lot on that, so someone who knows more about this airport is going to have to tell me if that's true or not, because I don't know. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if United does have a bus service, but the only service that I'm seeing on here is that they have Chicago O'Hare. And that is operated on the CRJ-550s. So yeah, the CRJ-550 came in from Chicago earlier today and is going to be heading back out there. And moving on to some cargo airlines, of which Allentown actually gets a ton, which is really neat. First off, we have a brand new aircraft that I just recently unboxed on my channel, and that is the Prime Air 737-800. I've kind of been avoiding doing an update of this airport because I didn't have any Prime Air aircraft, and now I finally have one. It's worth noting that this is not the exact aircraft Prime Air flies here. They mainly fly 763s, so unfortunately this is not 100% realistic, but it is a Prime Air aircraft. So yeah, this plane came in from, let's go with San Bernardino earlier today, and is going to be heading out to Cincinnati. And for our final aircraft of the update here, we have a FedEx Boeing 767-300. FedEx operate a modest schedule here into ABE, operating to Indianapolis and Memphis all year round, and they also have a seasonal service to Newborough, although I believe those flights are operated on FedEx feeder aircraft. So yeah, this 763 came in from Indianapolis earlier today, and it's just getting heavily serviced, getting a ton of cargo loaded on board, heading out to Memphis. It's worth noting that there are a few other cargo airlines that do fly in here. Wiggins Airways, Ameriflight, although both those do operate smaller aircraft that don't really get made at 1 to 400, so that's kind of difficult to represent. But the third one is ABX Air. So ABX Air do, of course, some charters for airlines like Prime Air and DHL, but they also do have some of their own flights. And there just has not been a proper aircraft released for them. I think the last time an aircraft was released for them, it was like in the early 2000s, and it was a DC-8. So I really hope we get some more aircraft from them, because they're one of the last big operators of 767-200s, which is kind of neat. But I can't represent them in this update simply because there just aren't aircraft available for them. But as much as I wish I could, unfortunately I can't. But I did want to mention that. And with that, that does conclude today's airport update of Allentown Lehigh Valley International Airport. I would again like to extend a huge thank you to MSR-TNA Productions for suggesting this airport update. And if you have a suggestion for a new airport that I could do, again, just kind of any mid-sized to small US airport, I would love to hear it down in the comments below. Please feel free to suggest it. I will do my best to get through all of them, because I do really like doing these updates. I think they're a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to kind of explore a new airport that I don't normally look at or wouldn't have otherwise looked at. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's update. If you did, be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you have time, leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts. Have you ever flown through ABE before? I would love to hear from you. So with that, I hope you guys do have an absolutely incredible rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!